Hey, aloha, what's your name?
My name is Amelia.
Amelia, and I just came across the street because I saw you're doing a register to vote, and I'm about to head in to see the Obama's 2016 film to see what the other side is saying, or what one side is saying. So tell me who you voting for?
Well, I'm voting for Obama. I feel like there really is no other alternative at the moment. I feel that Romney has absolutely no connection with either young voters, Latino voters, women voters. There's really essentially nothing he offers me, so that's why.
So you said there's no other alternative. What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, at the moment, the United States isn't really anything other than a two-party system. I can't feel like I can back anyone else up at this moment. So,
Would you prefer a third and fourth party?
well, right now, any candidate, I don't really know any other candidate, but I don't think, I don't agree with like every policy of the Democrats, but I feel that Republicans offer absolutely nothing for me, and I couldn't ever conceivably vote for a Republican.
So isn't that sad that you have to pick, you know how they say it's the lesser of two evils? Like you have to pick one that's not quite as bad as the other?
I mean, it's not, I don't want to see it like that, but I feel that if there's progress to be made, if we can still talk about women's rights or anything, if we can leave, that at the table, then I think Democrats help in that way, that they keep the conversation going.
Right. It's interesting because the other candidate was Ron Paul, but his his rights are a little bit probably not so in agreement with you, right?
Yeah.
So there he is to stand for like legalizing hemp and like labeling GMOs and all these amazing things, but he doesn't want to have women have a choice for when it comes to abortion. And so are you worried about our future if we keep having candidates that you're not totally excited about?
I mean, until we reform the two-party system as well as the voting system, I feel like this is what I have to do. So
What's it going to take to reform the two-party voting system?
I'm not honestly sure. I don't know.
Well, if we all voted for a third or fourth party, that would be a start.
It would be, but it just feels like history as well as statistics have shown that people kind of veer essentially and after a while away from a third party and go back to the bigger parties that they feel will actually win. So it's a lot about sacrifice, I think, for many people.
Ah, that's a good point. Oh, thank you so much. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I hope this movie doesn't scare me straight, but I got to play it cool because I want to interview some of these people coming to the movie.
Yeah.
And see and get. I want to do a non-biased approach, but it's kind of hard not to be because I'm seriously worried about our future and I want a third party myself. And I want a conscious party. How about a conscious party?
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, sister. Aloha.
All right.
Okay, so here I am inside the movie theater, and you are
Lynn.
Lynn, and you're from Santa Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're about to see the movie, Obama 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And so what are your thoughts on, because this is called iVote. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with people and why they're picking certain candidates and what motivates them.
Well, my motivation one of the reasons I don't like Obama is because he's for abortion.
Oh, he's for abortion,
yeah,
right.
He's for abortion, and even late-term abortion, which is the full-term baby being murdered.
Right.
They pull their head out and they do their head, and that's why it's not good.
Right, okay.
Also, I don't believe in gay marriage. I'm a Christian.
Right, okay. So Christians don't believe in both those issues.
Well, I don't believe in it because the Bible says it's not.
Right, okay. Sure, absolutely.
Not because of my own beliefs, but because the Bible says.
Okay, great.
And I live by the Bible.
Awesome.
So, but as far as Obama's concerned, he's taken our country, the Constitution, he's overridden the Constitution many times without discussing with Congress or with, the representatives.
Right.
And what happens is that's against the Constitution. He's breaking the law.
Right.
He's acting like a dictator
mm-hmm.
by making his own choices without... there's an authority, there's accountability put in process or in position for the president so that he doesn't become like a dictator
mm-hmm.
and make his own laws.
Right.
Well, he's overriding accountability
Right.
and making his own choices.
Like with the war in Libya,
Egypt,
yeah.
with Egypt,
Right.
and he didn't discuss it with Congress, and they were really ticked off at him.
Is that the first time that president's done that, or maybe it's happened, we just didn't know about it?
Well, he has changed more laws since he's been in office in 3.5 years than all the presidents throughout history have changed.
Oh, wow.
He's done more changing against the Constitution than any, like the thing with the illegal aliens, giving them licenses.
Right.
That's against the law. The DMV said they couldn't do it because it's against the law, so he changed the law so they could do it.
I see.
So there's a lot of things that are underhanded, under like people don't really even realize what's going on.
Right.
Bills are being changed and things are being done, and it's he's done more damage to our country in the last 3.5 years than any president ever has.
So you think Romney is an obvious choice for you then?
Well.
Or would you vote for a third party, like a Tea Party, or would you vote
I would
a Ron
vote
Paul?
for Ron Paul if I thought he
Oh,
could
you would?
win.
Yeah.
If I thought he could win.
What if he couldn't win? Would you still vote for him?
No, because I don't want Obama in there. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So it's like the lesser of two evils kind of thing.
There you go.
Isn't that sad? Our country's come down to that.
Yeah.
Every election,
Yeah.
it seems like that.
It's the lesser of two evils.
So how do we indoctrinate a third party like Ron Paul in next time? I mean, what do we have to do? Vote for him?
We have to have a revolution.
Right.
That's what we have to have. We have to have a revolution, and people go, everybody gather together and fight the government. It's the way they run everything is the elephants and the donkeys. We
Right.
need something else besides.
Do you think
that.
that's going to happen in our near future?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I do, because biblically it says it will.
Whoa.
Biblically in Revelations,
Right.
if you read Revelations, the last book of the Bible, it talks about overthrowing and people, because the economy's going to go down, the jobs are not going to be there, people are going to be hungry.
Right.
They're going to be living on the streets, and people are just going to get ticked off, had enough, and they're going to go for it.
So this time around, we vote for one more time for the lesser of two evils, and then the revolution you think will come in the next 4 years?
Maybe a little bit longer than that.
A little bit longer, yeah.
But it's very close.
Right, and you're prepared
Because
for that?
all the things...
Like growing your own food and biofuel and all that?
No, I'm not doing that. When Israel rebelled against God or left Egypt and went into the desert, okay, what they did is they didn't have any food, they didn't have anything to eat, they didn't have any protection to cover them from the sun, nothing. God provided it all. He provided the food, He provided quail, He provided bread from the sky, He provided water. He provided a cloud during the daytime when the heat was there, and a fire.
So we don't need
at
to
night.
prepare really, because the ones who are chosen will be protected by God.
Not the ones who are chosen, the ones who have Jesus as their Savior.
Right. Okay. But everyone else, even if they're growing their own food and growing hemp to fuel their cars and whatnot,
check this out. You're growing your own food, or you've stocked up food. My brother's done that.
Right.
Okay? You've stocked up all this food. When you have 20,000 people in your town that find out you have the food, what good is it going to do you anyway?
Well, then you got your guns.
They're going to come and beat you or kill you for that food. So you've done
That's
all
a good point.
this
So you got to
work.
make friends with your neighbors, maybe. That's the first thing.
It'll be people that'll come from all over the place.
Right.
It's not going to just be your neighbors.
Interesting point.
So, I mean, you're doing all this wonderful work.
Right.
But I told my brother, I said, they're just going to
What's your plan?
My plan?
If the shit hits the fan, like, what are you going to do? Do you have a
Oh.
place you're going to go to?
Well, I have a mobile home that I own.
You get a mobile home, so you can just cruise and
No,
figure out.
that's a motor home.
Oh, okay.
Mobile home is
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
But I don't know. It'll depend. God will tell me what to do when
Yeah.
the time comes.
Right.
He'll tell me what I need to do.
That's
Maybe I
brilliant.
sell my mobile home and buy a motor home.
Right, so you
See
can have
what I
some
mean?
wheels, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got a little bed in my van, just
Yeah,
for rolling,
yeah.
I don't know for
So-
those purposes, but
Yeah, well, that's... but there may be no gas. So if there's no
Right.
gas, then you can only park your...
Well, I got the veggie biofuel going on.
Right, good. But there may not be that anymore.
Right. Then I'll get a
Where
horse.
Are you going to get it from?
I'll get
Get a horse or a bike.
Right.
A bicycle.
Oh,
But no, there'll be situations where the Christians will band together and they'll all help each other. That'll be part of it.
Right.
I had a dream one time, a vision, and there was this big area, like San Lorenzo Park, sort of like, only bigger.
Yeah, bigger than that.
And that whole behind the courthouse and
Right.
everything, and there were motorhomes parked everywhere, and tents and everything and everywhere, and everybody was living there, and they had gardens growing.
They just made do, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of like when the Great Depression hit, you know?
I think we're going to have worse than that, though.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going to kill themselves, unfortunately, because they're scared to death.
Yeah,
they
they
don't
can't
know
handle
what
it.
to do. And
Well-
that's where I come in, because I'm going to go to the streets, and I'm going to tell them who will help them, just like he's helping me.
Right.
And then they'll believe, and they'll get in heaven.
Praise Jesus. Hey, well, the movie looks like it's about to start, so let's
Yeah.
get in there. Thank you so
I'm
much for your
waiting
time.
For my friend.
All right,
So-
well, aloha and bless your heart.
Okay, and I will look at this.
Yoo-hoo. All right, just got out of the Obama 2016 film, and I got a few interviews there. You know, it's so funny. It's supposed to be an Obama sort of bashing film, and now I like Obama even more. Even though I don't like him very much, I see that he's for the ending of colonization and, you know, reducing the power of Israel and all these things I didn't know, actually, and I'm very much in agreement with him on those things for sure. So interesting, that film. There's only 3 people that came, and I was able to talk to one of them, and she was very religious, but that's all good. I liked what she said about having the revolution come. That's awesome, and there's gonna be a revolution. So that's sort of where I'm at with all that. So and the voter registration lady across the street from there had good things to say. She's about bringing in a third party as well, and there wasn't a viable third candidate. Even Ron Paul has, in her opinion, issues with the women's rights. So I think iVote is turning into a cool little project, and we'll see where it goes. Interesting clips I'm going to include from I got inside the movie, but I don't get in trouble for doing that. But so stay tuned for isness 9.0 iVote, and I'm going inside the Cafe Gratitude to get a little nourishment because I need to be nourished. Aloha.